minutes, and I just wanted to make a little screen video here sharing what I've done so far in regards to building out this business. As you know, if you're receiving this video, I'm looking to raise some money to do different things like mailings, build my rankings in SEO, create relationships with agencies, email marketing, Google Ads, create referral programs. So let me give you a little rundown of the software. I've spent about 4 months now building this out. And as you all know, I have a 25 year track record in this business, and I wanted to make sure I could prove myself that I could do this, and well, I'm doing a good job so far. So let's take a look. So this is basically bmxfreestylers.com. I also own funassemblies.com, which goes to the same page. So this is basically the index page here. Pretty basic, but I'm going to show you a more comprehensive page here in a second. So as we log in, I'm going to show you what the interface is in the background. So everything here is mobile. This is the administrator dashboard here. So there's a lot to go through, so I'm going to try to go through it quick. But long story short, the game is SEO, trying to get the website to be recognized in Google in every way possible. So in the past, either for clients or for myself, I had to literally make each one of those individual pages by myself. So what I mean by that is there's a search engines are looking for certain criteria that they find us. So in the BMX school assembly business, obviously it's a BMX school assembly, a anti-drug assembly, at school assembly at middle schools, high schools, junior highs, Christian schools, NBA halftimes, all these different words or algorithms or sequences. I had to make a page for each one, sharing each individual one. So if you look over here, I've created 37,295 pages by creating a software that literally does it for me. So I'm going to click on this real quick and just show you a few of them. So what is basically the reason there's so many pages is because there's every state, there's 50 states, there's, you know, several different words in regards to the criteria. I guess I'll pull a little spreadsheet over to kind of give you an example, but I'm doing this on 4 criteria. So message, type, state, and grade. So all of these combinations here literally makes thousands of pages. So we'll just click on any of them randomly here. So anti-bullying assemblies in Massachusetts for alternative schools. So you can see all of these pages are building out different words for these things so that Google can find me. But let's talk about the page here and how this is all building out here as well. So the headline, subheadline, all the text is literally coming from a database. Everything on this page is being loaded from that database based on that criteria. So you'll notice it says schedule school assemblies. Well, if that was a halftime show, it'd say schedule halftime show. The videos are all doing the same thing. So each video is coming in based on criteria here. So if I go and I pick ASAB Advisor Show, it's just going to default to that one. Let me find one. I can't go through them all, but if I click on anti-bullying, this video is going to change to a bullying video. These questions and answers down here are going to change to bullying questions. So I've had a little frequently asked questions thing here, so they're all going to be related to bullying. So the images here are all going to be related to bullying. These videos here. So everything is, it's by far the best work I've ever done. So I don't want to go into too much craziness about it, but this is literally a magic wand. I used to have, in 2007, 2008, when I built my first SEO page, I only had about 25 pages. So now I have 27,000 pages, or actually, what is that? That is 37,295 pages. So pretty damn cool stuff. So that's how I'm going to be attracting people on the internet. I have databases of every single school in the United States. Software, so anytime I can jump into it. I got their email addresses, etc. Obviously, you don't want to look at 100,000 schools, but that's that there. I've taken that database and I've bounced it against over 10 years of experience at schools, and I made what's called a HUT school list. So every school or city that has had a show before, I've marked them as hot cities. So when I do mailings, so when I go to do the mailing, I'm going to be mailing to schools, school districts that are schools or school cities. So it's actually 10,000 schools versus 100,000. So it saves on mailing. It's more efficient. What's nice about the whole thing is if you look here at a book show or a completed show, a book show, I'm averaging $1,200 a show at this time. But this is how basically the show is handled here. All the information's in here as far as account, location, show details, invoice, riders, notes, note tracking here. Schools can request insurance, add photos, send text messages. I built my own text message thing here. So if you want to send a text message to a school, it just pops up a text message thing. It's really, really cool actually. And let's see, all the way through and around, invoices come through here, booking, all that's in here. So anything that's triggered in this thing sends an automated email to anybody. So there's over designed emails. So there's over 78 different emails in this system based on what's happening are sent out on different occasions. So if a show's completed, I mean, all the way down, there's just so many of them here. So follow up based on a meeting, follow up based on a funding, follow up based on location, all these different things. So these emails go out to the schools. So if I just click on one here, this is the password change one. That's what it would look like here. And let's see, let's do, so this one's a reminder for a show next week. So pops up this thing, reminder of show next week. So if you look here, all the information from the database is being pulled based on each one of these things here. So I don't have to go fill it all in. The image shows up, everything. It's all coming right in right there. Really, really cool stuff. But like I said, some of my best work ever. So that's that. Obviously, I can handle all my leads here, my warm leads, my TOOP leads, which is an agency, oldest accounts, all that stuff's in here regarding that. Shows booked, completed, pending, all in there. So I have all that. I have test accounts here to test against. I built a school assembly directory that is also another way that I'm getting leads. So what I did is I took every single school assembly in the country and I built out a directory here. So people will be going on this directory and looking for information about all these different assemblies here. So what they do is they go, oh yeah, I like this one here. And then they go and they click and they'll take their information and use it. So I included myself in there as well as a sponsor. So they'll just enter their information in here and I get an email with those. So I'm basically trying to create a email database for myself with that. So we have that going on. Just trying to get to the right thing here. Okay. So that's that. There's a directory where I create different things. So what else can I talk about here? Basically in the system, how did I create those pages? So those pages were created based on all this stuff right here. So these are niche markets, niche services, testimonials, the contact info, my photos, all my questions. So if I just want to add a new question to the page, I just add it right in there. My niche markets, these are all my niche markets. So states, industries, all there, all in right there. Testimonials, etc., all the way through. So that's what basically helps build those pages. I just go in there and I add the different things in there. Here's the calendar view. So if we want to look at things on a calendar as far as the shows go, this pops them up on a calendar. If I want to see them on a map, basically pulls them right up on a map there. And let's see, list view, obviously you just kind of saw that. It shows them in a list. And if I want to say send us an email instantly to all of my booked shows, I pull up this list here, go here, I go send email. It'll send out 10 emails to all those different people. I can do them based on all different criteria there. Let's see. So So everybody in regards to the shows, everybody involved gets emails. So whether it's a school, the team, it's completely 100% automated. Literally 2 clicks could be A to Z in booking a show. So it doesn't need so much of a staff anymore. Let's see. So if I go to, for example, a show approved here, I go here, all this stuff is just here. So it's literally all automated. So teams involved, everything's involved that has a different thing. I'm going to log in as a client here. So this is what the clients see here. So this is their assemblies. They can request insurance on here, a show checklist. They can pay online, all their invoices, funding sources, tax forms, all this in here. Over here is some really pretty powerful tools. So right here is a press release tool. So if they want to send a press release to every single media, television, blog, in their area, they simply click on the send press release thing. That will pop up an email. Might take a second here. Here we go. So it automatically pulls in, I bought a database of every media outlet in the country and pulls them in here, and it creates a press release, populates all their information in here automatically. So the date, the time, who's in charge, the contact, the address, everything automatically 1 click, and they get a instant press release sent out. Same thing goes for getting referrals. So if I'm in, say, San Diego and I want to find other schools in San Diego, I send this, and this contacts 100 different schools local to that show, and it creates an email for them. So all it is 1 click, and then hit send, and they can contact 100 television stations, 100 schools, all within their account. So it's really, really cool. Right here is a testimonial thing. It looks a little better on a mobile phone, but basically they type in their comment here, submit it. That'll end up straight up on the website, right? Automatically, literally pops right in here onto the website. So I don't have to add them or anything. It just adds right to the website. So anytime they do that, so it literally is totally the superest, simplest thing in the world for the customer. So generally the guys will have that on their phone, and it's designed mobilely, but they'll also get emails to sign up for that. So that's that. They can order posters, all the different things. This is what basically that looks like for the client there. So going back to here, email notifications I've kind of talked about. Tube agencies. I'm working with different agencies around the country. I'm starting to develop relationships. So versus one-off shows with schools, tube agencies, for example, can book up to 20 to 50 shows at a time. So I'm working on developing those relationships with conferences, emails, etc. I've landed 2 of them now, so I'm getting my feet wet slowly but surely with that. So I've also created a new lead management system here. So all my leads are in here, right here. So shows the status, what source, the origination of it, all comes in here, what day to follow up with them. So anything in the system, any kind of auto follow-ups. So if I go to the pending shows, so if I put a follow-up date here that coincides with what I want, so they're checking date. So if I go and I change that to say 7 days from now, so I go in here, I go follow up 7 days, hit save, that'll automatically send an email on that 7th day in regarding to the situation. So if I go here, this is our email system here. So we can send admins to the team, to the school, or to the location. So if I click on school, then there's all these different emails I can select from for that to decide. So whether it's an invoice or a verification or a show approved, canceled, completed, a follow-up, all these different types of emails, they're all automatically populated and hit send. So I'm not going to send one right now, obviously. The note system right here, just putting in notes, adds them right in here, date stamps them, so there's no confusion. So yeah, that's a quick overview of the things in regards to building things. So there's some other tools built in here also as SEO tools. So right here, we're looking at every single type of search that represents a school getting an assembly. So I've built a database of not only the search, but content related to it. So if you actually go to this website here, all this is based on coming in from, sorry, I got so many website pages open here, but it's all coming in from here. So BMX school assembly, the paragraph, similar phrases, bullets, keywords, similar keywords, everything's coming in right there. So if you look on the page here, it spits it out, manipulates it, tweaks it around, and brings the appropriations in, the bullets in. The pricing is actually coming right from the database here. So every time this page changes based on the type of a show, whether it's assembly or a fair, that just automatically changes. Locations changes, all this literally changes in here. So if this was a halftime show, this would change to halftime show, and all the size, all the different, things would come in differently there. Related keywords are automatically pulled in. So in the case of related keywords, anti-bullying week, ideas, all that's coming in right there. The definition, every page I bring a definition of what each thing is. So this helps Google rank it. So all of that. And I have questions coming in as well. So these are all populated questions based on that. They can view the answer here. So 100% coded all the way through here. So very, very robust site. So images, videos, they pop right up, start playing. Right there.
BMX, that's what it's all about. Safety and the tricks are a big part of it, but safety is the most important thing.
Guys, that was awesome. Thank you guys for coming out to our school, Wilson Middle School. I appreciate the message that you're teaching the kids along with the entertainment. Again, we appreciate you guys for coming out.
Thank you for coming out. We really love the show, and the message is a great message for our kids to hear, and they really needed to hear that. So thank you again for coming.
They're out here putting in time, putting in work, way beyond overtime, simply because they care about your future.
So that's the videos. I also have hidden image maps. So what I'm doing is working on getting everything indented or indexed in Google. So I made different GIFs. So these are going to be really cool. They're going to start. It's going to take a little bit for this to load, but these are actually going to show up in Google as GIFs. So when people search for images, these are all going to pop up. This is going to take a little while to load, but they're really cool. So each one of these is like a promotional image that's going to be a GIF that'll be showing up. I just released these to be indexed, so it's going to take a few weeks for them to index them, but they're really, really cool. Just a second when they load here, it'll be really cool to watch. You kind of saw one on the first page here at the top. So this is an image right here. So I made it only 6 seconds long, but it literally shows you what the show's about, all really simply. Really cool. So these are going to load here in a second. You're going to love them. And while that's loading, I can also show you there's over all these different videos here as well. So all these are already starting to rank in YouTube. So if I type in BMX school assembly, that's my video right there. That's my video right there. So they're starting to, that one's right there. I just literally put them up there 2 weeks ago. Actually, that one went up 2 weeks ago. This one went up 2 weeks ago. So yeah, 2 weeks ago, and they're already starting to rank. So I'll have them at the top in no time. So right now we're number 4 on that one, number 6 on that one, but they'll be ranking pretty quick. So one right here, I'm going to do some tweaking for that. So these are just about, now these are not meant to be read, they're just meant for Google to find them here. So while that's loading a little more, I'll show you there's also images, photos. So I made these custom photos that'll be getting indexed as well in Google. So they have a cool picture, but they also have the website on them. so that they're essentially marketing materials. Those GIFs are kind of taking up some time here. So yeah, they're starting to load now. So they're all really cool. I like them. So yeah, those will be, you can only imagine going to Google and they're going to see these. They're just going to stand out so well. So it's going to be really, really cool. So each one of them is just a little bit different. And here's the images. Each one of these images is got the name on it based on their area. Pretty cool. This GIF's pretty cool here. So that's that. And yeah, so basically I'm going to be looking to raise some money so I can do mailings, SEO ranking, working on getting the SEO ranking going, because essentially the machine is built. I've got the teams in place in California, Florida, Texas, New England. So I have the team set up. I have the structure in place. It's just basically now feeding the engine. So marketing and maintaining. So the situation is obviously it once you go to book shows, they have to be put in place. So that takes months. So there's months of time between putting money and investment in it and getting a return, as most businesses are. So just want to make this quick video and show you what it's all about. But that's just, I'm sure I'm missing a lot of it, but there's so many cool things.